Benzinga's NFT show. We got a good one for you today. You saw the show title, the topic, are NFTs worth it? We're going to dive in and give our hot takes of what's going on in the NFT market, what could happen soon, and yes, are NFTs worth it? And maybe are we going to make it after all? We'll be breaking down news and headlines and also taking a look at what is moving. So stay tuned. This is The Roadmap. All right, everyone. As I said, this is The Roadmap, Benzinga's NFT show. We already got some comments flying in. We are going to make it. But yes, are NFTs worth it will be the hot topic today. Before we get into that topic and the news and headlines, want to give a shout out to today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by FTX US, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world in terms of trading volume and daily users. The FTX app is used by over 6 million people to buy crypto and NFTs. No transaction or withdrawal fees. You can use your phone or computer. And the FTX US trading platform offers NFT trading on both the Ethereum and Solana blockchains with no gas fees. To find out more, click on the link in the description and also in the chat. Get signed up for your own FTX account and let them know that Benzinga sent you their way. I think it's time to go ahead and dive into today's show, which means it is time for me to bring on producer Alyssa / co-host Alyssa. Alyssa, what's going on?
Hi. Every time you intro me, I start busting out laughing in the background. Hi.
Well, because I'm always like, all right, like producer Alyssa, co-host Alyssa, person with many hats Alyssa. Like, I mean, it's pretty much all of media manager Alyssa. It's just, I mean, again, many hats, but we're thankful to have you here on the roadmap. I know the chat is as well. And speaking of the chat, let's go ahead and get warmed up here. Anyone who's watching live right now on YouTube, all right, couple quick asks, right? We don't do this all episode long. We don't do this every day, but please smash that like if you have not done so already. Also, if you are not a subscriber to Benzinga's YouTube channel, please consider subscribing so you can get great stock and crypto / NFT content all day long, every day of the week. And Alyssa, I think it's time to maybe start out with a broad-based question here, right? So are NFTs worth it? Let's see. So I guess let's press 1 if you think there is an opportunity for NFTs either now or in the future. And let's press 2 if your answer is hell no, I am out. I've had enough. NFTs are gone. So let us know, press 1 or press 2 so we can get some feedback on that.
I got my 1 out there. There's opportunity.
I think definitely. I gotta hit my 1 here still.
Crypto the only. I saw your comments earlier. They're good. They're solid.
Yeah, let's talk about those comments. I don't know if we can get them on screen here since they were before the start of the show, but
nope.
So crypto the only. Oh, lots of 1s. Yeah, 1 is for I'm in. Yup, 1. Let's go. So crypto the only. A couple answers here talking about entertainment, tracking, trading value. I can monetize my art or photography, even recipes. Dollar is a piece of paper. Old baseball cards are believed in. They don't give us air and food, but can be considered valuable. NFTs will be mainstream. NFT ticket stubs, government docs, etc. All about utility. Yes, 90 are crap. In-game characters, NFTs, right? So that was our interview yesterday, was talking about NFTs being used for games, right? Play to earn, or in yesterday's case, play to kill, right? That's a phrase I don't know I would ever be saying live on a stream, play to kill. But that was a fun interview. So if you missed yesterday's episode, we got Lord Byron saying my profile pic is NFT, all in. So Lord Byron also in. So let's break down a couple of those comments, Alyssa. So the utility for NFTs, right? I really like Crypto the Only mentioning a couple sectors, right? So we've got tickets, we've got sports, we've got gaming, right? Those have been like from day one when I first got into NFTs. And again, I mean, I got my start through NBA Top Shot, right? Where I saw NFTs as essentially the evolution of trading cards, right? Instead of having sports cards physical, they were digital, right? That's kind of where we went and how NBA Top Shot started. And to me, it's a collectible then, right? And in the case of NBA Top Shot, they've added some utility, right? You can actually like get tickets, you can get memorabilia, but really it's just about that collectible that could go up in value. Tickets, I still see as a huge win for NFTs, right? I mean, if you already have to have a ticket to get into a venue, why not make it an NFT? It increases, you know, the possibility of the resale value, people wanting to come to events. So I like that, and just sports overall. Alyssa, I'll let you jump in here. You know, what do you think of those comments of those sectors, right? Maybe you want to touch on the gaming side since I hit on sports, but entertainment, tickets, sports, gaming. Do you think those are all relevant and worth being called out here by Crypto the Only?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And like you said, artists can monetize their art. That is a good point too, because it's hard being an artist. And I know a lot of artists actually don't like NFTs at all. I think it's mainly because people are stealing their art and repurposing it for an NFT project. I saw that one like happen a few days ago. But that's a good point too. And the gaming aspect, yeah, there's a lot of utility and possibilities for NFTs. And the more we go, the more creative people are going to get.
Yeah, no, definitely. Let's jump on art. And so artists and I think photographers, right? So one that comes to mind for me, Drift, right? Who does the Where My Vans Go series. He was at VCon. Here they are on screen here. If you have not seen these images, guys, first, if you're afraid of heights, you may not want to look at these images. But these are insane and just incredible. And you can see the floor price there, 53 ETH. These are one of ones. Drift has no fear of heights, no problem, and gets on top of the largest buildings in the world, bridges, landmarks, and shoots these amazing pictures that also contain his shoes, right? His Vans, which is hence the title Where My Vans Go. This is just a great way for a photographer, an artist, to monetize his creations, right? So instead of, you know, selling these as photos online, or instead of like going to like a exhibit and selling them, right? They are now NFTs. Alyssa, what do you think of Where My Vans Go and Drift? And also, are you afraid of heights at all?
I don't think I'm afraid of heights. It like sure I get like the feel, but like I can do it. Maybe not to the extent of what Drift does, but
Yeah.
I'm not. But this kind of links to what Crypto the Only just said. Like the NFTs are giving people with less fortunate places an opportunity. Drift has that story.
Yes.
Has a hard-bringing story, and this whole boom allowed him to make like just get to a place that he never imagined before. And the guys are really I followed him like way before NFTs started like becoming more popular, and he's just a great guy all around, and he's a great artist and a steel gut. Steel gut.
Steel gut. And Alyssa, I'll say, like, I'm not afraid of heights. And like, I look at these pictures and I'm fine. But man, when he posts videos sometimes of like him out there on the ledge or like walking on like a bridge, say, can I get a vibe check real quick? Sometimes those videos give me that gut feeling of, oh my gosh, I would
Yeah.
not want to be up here.
Well, like, the videos, especially when he's like literally on top of like the
Yeah.
needle and nothing's holding him and he's just like, like, stop it, grab something, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
But look at this
cool.
video. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like, yeah, but no, shout out to Drift. I mean, these are amazing. And I think this just goes to show, right, that like artists and photographers have opportunity in NFTs. It's kind of like, again, the shift from Web 1 to Web 2 and now Web 2 to Web 3. So Web 1 to Web 2, these like retailers, mom and pop shops, right, that maybe only had a product that people knew about in one state, right? All of a sudden they were able to sell it online. They were able to advertise to other people, right? And ship it to them, right? And create this whole line of business. Well, now Web 2 to Web 3 is similar, right? Where people who have this identity, this brand, oh my gosh, this video, are now able.
Yeah.
Yeah, like vibe check. The vibe check is I don't want to be up there. Man. Question from Crypto the Only. Do you think Vans could hit him up for money? Okay. So question would be, Vans owns a trademark. They have IP, right? And he did a collection called Where My Vans Go. Is there the potential? I mean, possibly. But here's what I will say. I believe Drift had a tweet the other day that said he had talked to Vans. And also dropping a little bit of alpha here from VCon, which I attended. He definitely said that he has had conversations with Vans. So do with that what you want. My guess is Vans will not come after him. They want to partner with him. Would be my 99.9% assumption. Also, cool thing, Alyssa. He met a lot of people at VCon, right? A lot of people wanted to meet, all these different founders, creators, and get stuff signed. What did people bring to VCon? They brought their Vans shoes and had
Hey.
Drift sign them.
That's cool. Yeah, no, Drift.
I wish I would have thought of that. I definitely didn't.
For Vans, Drift is like a walking like billboard at that point. Like, people want to buy these Vans. I want to buy some Vans just from seeing his pictures.
Yeah. We got Tiny Pie saying sweaty palms. Yeah, again, I mean, those videos, sometimes I'll scroll on Twitter and all of a sudden, like, that's the video that just starts, like, playing. And I'm like, where is he? And then I'm like, oh my gosh, look at how high up he is. So, but yeah, and Crypto the Only saying amazing advertising. Again, like, there's a lot of companies that don't want people to use their name, their brand, right? Like Disney comes to mind. Disney is very tight with who they allow to license their products, right? But when it comes to like clothing, apparel, like if you're like doing a positive, making fun of the brand or causing harm to it, again, like Alyssa said, it's a walking advertisement. Like, I just feel like it's worth them partnering with and not trying to distance themselves, right? It's the opposite. But we'll follow up as soon as we get an announcement from Drift. But like I said, I mean, Vans has definitely contacted him. I fully expect we'll see something in the future. We got all ones, I think, from that question, Alyssa. So are NFTs worth it? Let's go to the other point that Crypto the Only said was 99%, right? So Alyssa, we asked this question I think a couple months back, right? And also when we did our VCon recap, Gary V has gone on record for probably over a year now and said that 98% of NFT projects are going to zero. Right. And that was a very bold statement at the time, right? It was when we were in the middle of this bull market. NFT collections were flying. Collections of 10,000 were selling out in minutes, right? He stood by that at VCon. And now we have Crypto the Only saying 99%. Alyssa, so not counting like any NFT collection that's launched today or in the future, what percent of old NFT collections do you see going to, I mean, we'll call it zero, but essentially going to like 0.01 or under?
Oh, okay. So point zero. Yeah. Okay. So I kind of agree with crypto. The only like 95%, 95% of
Yeah.
projects. Because you're already seeing it with a bunch of projects that were like you thought that they were gonna be it when it was happening, but nope, they got rugged or they're so cheap, like yeah, 0.00001 type deal. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. No, I think I'm with you. Right? You said 90 to 95. I've always kind of said like 85 to 90. Maybe I've been more on the conservative side. I would stick by 90. I feel like 90% will go to essentially zero or 0.01 under that range. But on the flip side, I think that any collection, not any, but most collections that are minting from here on out, there's a much higher percent chance of them lasting because so many lessons have been learned. So, like, I guess I say that 90% with more of a focus on collections that launched, before, let's say, like the past 2 months, right? Because anything that minted in the past like 2 or 3 months, Alyssa, with the exception of like the free mints, a lot of them like knew, hey, we really need to build a good product. We really need to have utility, and I just don't see them going to zero either as quick or at all. Um, what do you think of that, Alyssa? Do you think projects have done a better job over the last 2 or 3 months of protecting and making sure they don't end up just being a quick flipper to zero?
yes. I think that like after seeing all the rugs and the projects failing, like the Pudgy Penguins and all the other ones that like who took inspiration from that just totally fall off the face of the earth. They learned and now they're like taking the lessons and applying it to their own projects and the new ones too. I think a lot of some projects are like taking note with the whole like roadmap thing. Not over delivering, but like kind of just either not giving a roadmap at all or like kind of building it with the community as they go. You know, I think I'm seeing a lot more of that.
Yeah. You mentioned Pudgy Penguins. That's a great place to go here. So Pudgy Penguins was bought out, right? They have a new owner. And that helped bring some life back. Alyssa, I mean, we follow the stock market, primarily here with Benzinga. One of the things we see all the time, right, is consolidation, right? Mergers and acquisitions. Well, in the NFT space, as far as collections go, we've had really like the big Yuga Labs deal, right? Where the Bored Ape parent company Yuga Labs bought the rights to CryptoPunks and Meebits. But otherwise, we haven't really seen a ton of like acquisitions and consolidation. Like, I think we still have that wave coming, right? Like, some of these groups could team up together, right? Buy out another, really try to build a brand, a company. And then outside of NFTs, right? You have, the potential for some of these collections to get bought out because they have a strong brand. It could be turned into, a movie, a show. You also have gaming companies. Instead of maybe launching their own game, they buy up some of these NFT games. So when the price is down like it is now, that's when companies get bought out, right? A lot of times companies get bought out when they're private or like before they go up a ton, right? I mean, what company wants to buy a stock that's up 1,000% in a year, right? You want to buy, when you get a good opportunity so you don't have to overpay. And then so on that note from Tiny Pie here. So the projects that are still doing okay, how long do you think they can stay that way? Like, let's say NFTs don't come back for 3 years. So there's a couple things to that. And number one, we're going to talk about a couple projects in a little bit that actually have a TV show deal, right? And that's another wave, Alyssa, that we still haven't fully developed, right? A lot of these characters, these collections are going to be turned into TV shows and movies. Now, are all TV shows and movies going to be hits? No. That's the same with any media company, right? They all have these writers, creators who, are like, hey, let's do a story about this. Let's do a story about that, right? And who knows what's going to be the big hit and which one, is going to be a show for a year and doesn't get renewed. Well, when we get these NFT projects into TV and movie, it creates a brand, right? Which then turns into clothing, plushies, toys, right? So I still think we have a couple more waves. So are NFTs worth it? I still think the answer is yes, but you got to be more picky. And that's something Alyssa and I talked about when we talked 10 make it. Alyssa, what do you have to say to Tiny Pie's comment here?
Yeah, it really depends on their strategy and how they go about it. Like Chris said, with the whole like TV show thing, they have to find the right people to write their story, animate it, and all that. Because same with the games that they develop. Like if it has a crap story, no one's gonna like it, or like animation. I don't know. Yeah, no. If the animation's like wonky, actually, I'm gonna say this: if the animation's crap but the story's good, you can still watch it.
Yeah.
But it just depends. Okay, you have to find the right people for your project, and these projects like Cool Cats and Robotos, they have to find the right people. Punk's Comics, like, and all them teaming up with Adidas, that's like one of those like partnership things that it's working out for them, like art blocks and all that. It's working out for them.
Yeah. And on that Punk's Comic note, right? So Punk's Comic did the deal with Adidas, and then we also have Meta Hero, right? Their characters being developed into a show that involves some Netflix writers, a studio that did that show on Netflix. They've done others. They also have a deal with Major League Baseball and UFC, right? So again, finding those companies that are doing the right thing. So, I mean, do I think Major League Baseball and UFC are going to go away in the next 3 years? No. Is every company partners with them going to make it? I don't know, but I feel better attaching myself to a company that has deals with two major sporting leagues versus maybe a project that, minted and doesn't have a lot to it, right? One of those free mints or, an anonymous founder. Like let's be real. Like
this kind of like goes into what Gary Vee says. You wanting like the projects wanting to work with VeeFriends instead of like trying to blast their own path, because VeeFriends already knows like how it all works. I think it's the same deal with like the projects wanting to create their brand and pushing out like, I just lost my train of thought. Chris is gone. Chris is gone. I think it's the same thing with the companies. Like if Cool Cats wants to like survive, they should try to like partner with the right companies, maybe, if they want to like expand out into different things. Because Punk's Comic, and Hunter, they went overseas to like team up and buy out a soccer or football team. So they're kind of expanding out to that. I don't know where Chris went. Chris is gone. But yeah, that's my thoughts on there. I'm gonna read the chat now because I don't know what Chris is like my pillar right here. I'm on my own, guys. He's back. Yay. Oh, you're muted.
I've been trying to get back in. I was like, come on. Like, I don't know. Now it says my connection's fine, but sorry, Alyssa, to leave you hanging.
No, it's okay.
A little bit about Gary Vee, about Hunter, Wagme United, but I don't know what else I missed.
I was just saying like how the projects can like do what Gary Vee said with like finding, like if they want to make a an animated series, try reaching out maybe to Disney or someone who's done it good, and they could help you because they already know the ups and downs of it. Maybe Cartoon Network. I don't know. I think Cartoon Network would actually be open to like more NFT things shows.
Yeah. And I saw a comment from Crypto the Only talking about animated series. Bubble Goose Ballers. That's a project we've talked about before, right? And they actually have their artist has done some TV shows before. Glue Factory show. They were on Moon or Bust before, right? Talking about their show. The Gimmicks. That's another one. Alyssa, let's go ahead and we'll skip over the top 10 in CryptoPunks here. Let's talk then about TV shows while we're on that topic, right? So this is not this is new news, but we previously said on the roadmap that Time Studios, right, is developing some television shows aimed at children based on NFT collections, and they have partnered with several NFT collections, including Robotos, Toy Boogers, The Littles, and more. And today, they announced, so Keith Grossman, who's the president of Time, I've had the privilege of interviewing him at VCon, great guy in Web3. He's done a lot to develop out Time as a brand in Web3, including the Timepieces launch. Look at those pictures there. So Keith says, thrilled to announce Time Studios has gone into production with Nelvana Entertainment on 2 new animated series featuring Robotos and The Littles. And shout out Stanley, the artist of Robotos, who's been a frequent guest here on the roadmap. We love the Pablo. Alyssa, check this out. Look at those images. So this is The Littles here, right? And that is Robotos. I mean, looks like a TV show to me, right?
Yep, I like this. It's cute.
Yeah, so I guess that goes back to what Tiny Pie said in the chat, right? So, I mean, you look at these, and this is NFTs turned into cartoons and turned into a TV show, turned into a brand. Like, this is where, again, I have been saying for months, one of the areas that we would see utility. And I have been a fan of Robotos for a long time. Nelvana, if you don't know Nelvana, they're a world-leading international producer, distributor, and licenser of children's animated and live-action content. Again, this is focusing on the animation side of things. So it says the 2 new series set to be co-produced with Nelvana are part of 3 NFT-derived projects on the Time Studios Kids and Family division of Web3 IP. Toy Boogers being the third one that was not part of this deal. It says that the Roboto series will feature a group of friends that go on fantastical adventures in a world set in a distant future. It's also launching a new NFT collection based on the project. There's some alpha right there, Alyssa, in the article that I found today. And then it says that The Littles plans to introduce viewers to an adventurous preschool girl who uses nation and befriends a set but rambunctious bears. Alyssa, what do you think of those plot details? I mean, it seems pretty in line with these characters.
Yeah, it does. And for kids, I don't know. I can see the kids liking it, definitely. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you have watched the roadmap for a long time, know by now that Robotos is one of my kids' favorite NFT collections just based on the artwork. I'm ecstatic to show them this picture later and tell them that we're getting that much closer to a Robotos show. Turning to I mean, NFTs and like sales volume though, Alyssa, I think we should probably take a look at Robotos and see the activity today, because this is a catalyst, right? Like when we talk about this with like stocks, when there's a big news item, sometimes it can lead to the price going up, right? So here you see the floor price of Robotos 0.35. I mean, I remember this was like 0.2 or 0.25 last week. Look at that volume coming in over the past couple days, the price going up. So it looks like maybe in their Discord or elsewhere, maybe they said an announcement was coming, or they, previewed this. But if you scroll down, Alyssa, I saw quite a few sales at that 0.35 kind of range in the last hour or two. So, I mean, again, this is not financial advice, and the show is not coming out. Like, let's be clear on that. The show has been in the works for months. They signed a deal with Nelvana today. That's the news item, right? So Nelvana, though, like, if you don't know, they make a lot of kids shows, and along with making them, they distribute them. There's some more artwork there of one of the characters. I mean, yeah, like, this is just look at that. Like, I'm excited for this show, and this looks sweet. Yeah, FC in the chat, super cool. I agree. And Robo Pets is another area to look at, right? Because Pablo told us, Alyssa, on stream that Robo Pets would be included, and you saw in that picture there's a Robo Pet. So they're the cheaper ones. 0.07 right now. So I mean, hey, your Robo Pet could be on the show. Also, if they election, I would guess that anyone who owns a Roboto or a RoboPet is probably going to get first access to that. I mean, Alyssa, that's pretty common, right?
Yeah, it is. Oh man, that's cool. I can see the kids like connecting to these characters. I'm really interested to see what kind of like story, the plot of what these are. And it's nice to finally see like characters.
Yeah. Another question for the chat. Again, if you're new to the roadmap, make sure you go back and watch interviews we've done with Pablo Stanley, the founder and artist behind Robotos. But if you have been here before, you know that we've interviewed Pablo a couple times. He's so much fun, right? Who wants Pablo Stanley to come back on the roadmap? Let us know in the chat. We're gonna reach out and get Pablo back on. But I want to see some love for Pablo in the chat. Let us know if you want him back on. Alyssa, I mean, there's not a lot more to say, right? Like, Robotos is just it's such a cool project, and I'm so excited to see it. And I mean, on that note, the Littles too, right? Like, we haven't interviewed Will yet from the Littles, but I would love to talk to him. I would love to hear more about that. The Littles, it looks like, is at 0.15. So again, a little bit lower. And that brand being turned into this TV show. And I think it's very interesting to see what these artists have to do, that transition from NFT to animated series. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually never really paid attention to the Littles, and knowing now that they have a show coming out is putting my eyes on them, which means others' eyes are going on them. So
Yeah.
definitely something to watch out for.
Yeah, definitely. So shout out to Robotos and the Littles both for, again, not only landing a show deal with Time, but getting and Crypto the Only saying, yeah, bring Pablo back on. So Nelvana is going to help distribute that. And like, that was one of my concerns from the start, Alyssa, right? It's like Time Studios launched, this animation, but like, I know as someone with kids, right? Like, my kids want to watch certain shows, but like, it also depends on what they're on, right? Like, are they on Netflix? Are they on, Disney Plus? Are they on Hulu? Are they on, because like, I don't have them all. Like, it's got to be something easy to find and to watch. And Nelvana makes shows that are on like major TV channels, right? Major cartoon, channels and networks. And they also distribute their content to streaming platforms, right? So this could go a long way in getting these shows in front of more eyeballs. And ultimately that's a big win.
Yeah, what is this? What is this?
Well, when are you on? Is this the
I'm on Littles?
Part of JoJo's Adventure?
JoJo's Adventure.
I don't know. See,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know as much about the littles either.
That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know.
But
Is this what?
I like this though. Let me find that. Oh, I think I exited out of. Oh no, the description. The littles. A preschool girl who uses her imagination and befriends a set of sweet but rambunctious bears. So, but maybe they got more content coming.
Maybe.
Yeah, cool. Alyssa, all right, we spent a lot of time on the TV side of things, and are NFTs worth it? Speaking of NFTs being worth it, if we take a look at the top 10 projects in the last 24 hours based on sales volume, it's clear to see that are leading the way. And I mean, seeing a huge increase in sales volume over the last day. Now we highlighted CryptoPunks yesterday, right, as being number 2 on the week in sales volume. But Alyssa, from the time our show aired yesterday to today, there was a huge sale. Punk 4464 was bought for 2,500 ETH. That is $2.6 million. You can see it there on screen. That is an ape. The apes are one of the rarest. There is only 24 apes in the entire collection. That is one of the most coveted traits. I mean, you see this though, like $2.6 million, Alyssa, and everyone here is saying NFTs are dead. NFTs aren't gonna make it. I mean, it's very interesting. And Alyssa, I mean, it depends on if you want to talk about ETH or USD, but just looking at the Larva Labs site, this was the 5th most Ethereum ever paid for a CryptoPunk. That is crazy that in a bear market, we now are seeing, I mean, the 5th highest sale of all time for CryptoPunks in terms of ETH. What do you think of that?
It's interesting, for sure. I was looking at like the transaction history, like at 26. Oh,
Probably so depressing. Yeah, seeing like the low, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. They kind of got it at a discount.
Yeah, comparatively, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you pull up the Larva Labs site here? Just the main CryptoPunks. If you click on, there you go. Scroll down a little bit. So past the collage, we get the floor price, but largest sales right there. Okay. I mean, this is similar with any collection, right? Like your rarest traits are usually your biggest sales. So look at this. This is in ETH terms, right? So we have the alien trait and the ape trait. So there are only 9 aliens. There's 24 apes. Those are the 2 rarest. And then after that, we also have the zombie punk, which there are 88 of. So you can see like number 8, 10, 11, and 12 are the zombie. Okay. So Alyssa, dollar amount aside, would you rather? So not because of rarity, but like what would you want as your image, your profile picture to use wherever? Would you rather have an alien, an ape, or a zombie? Ready?
What do you?
Go.
A zombie.
A zombie?
A zombie.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like the apes are cool, but I feel like I don't know. Like I almost feel like the zombies look cooler, and the alien looks sweet, but I don't know if I love it with like the background, right? Because like the bright color with the dull color, like I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
you
aesthetics
got a
almost
point.
tell me like no, but so I don't know. Okay, so out of those 12, I mean, obviously you probably want to pick a zombie, but like I guess look at those 12. Do you have a favorite?
Snow froze.
Yeah.
Number 8. And then number 2, that alien.
Yeah.
I see it everywhere. Whenever you look up CryptoPunks. And then number 7. I'll just pick up one of each, but I like Snow Froze the most out of like all of them.
Yeah, I would say 8. Like I hate to go with 1, but I would almost say 1 for the aliens. I think with the bandana, it's really clean. Whereas 2, you've got like the glasses, the pipe. And then
I got a story for 2. I'm sorry.
all right,
Sorry
and then
for
hold
joking.
that thought. And then for the apes, like I don't know, I would almost say 7 or 9. With the orange hat, and I don't know, like I just
Yeah, I love the
yeah
orange hat on the apes. I love the
yeah.
orange hat.
All right, what's your story first?
Okay, my story is he's an undercover alien just chilling at a coffee shop.
I can see that.
He's hiding his eyes.
There's our TV show right there.
Like his inner dialogue as he's sitting down at the coffee shop. I don't know. He could be like an agent, an FBI agent,
Yeah.
but an alien. I don't know.
Yeah. So also, I mean, Alyssa, like that alien or that ape sale happened yesterday, and like right after it, then the CryptoPunk bot, which tracks these sales, started going crazy, right? Because people started buying CryptoPunks. Like there were a ton of sales. There's also some big offers out there on some rare traits, which doesn't mean they'll get sold, but it means that someone's willing to pay a certain price. See, I kind of like the beard ones too. Like I don't know, like just the 2 trait ones, kind of like this, like beard and hat. Like it looks clean.
Yeah, they're clean. Yeah, and I like if you personally look like that, I
That's
see
the
you
thing.
wanting it.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I feel like it's easier for that to match someone than some of the ones with multiple traits, right? So
Yeah,
like I feel like that fits a lot of people. It's very wide. I mean, that one with the beard, the hat, like, I mean, yeah,
that one's a farmer.
yeah, it does kind of look like it. So I still think the 3D glasses look cool on it. The headband, I don't know. I don't know. Like again, I mean these were early, so like they only had so many traits, so many different ones. You didn't see like laser eyes. You didn't see like some of the traits we see in a lot of the collections now. But
I
yeah,
kind
I
of like
mean,
that though.
yeah,
It's just simple, not over the top. That was actually one of my problems with the a lot of the projects that were like popping off like when it
yeah,
first started. They were just throwing everything on the art, and it made it uglier. Like it was already ugly, but it made it
yeah.
worse.
Well, and yeah, I mean, on that note, Alyssa, it was like some of these, yeah, that I own. It's like I have a 6 trait, whatever, and it's super common. It's like, yeah, so like, whereas like some of these earlier collections, it's like if you have 5 traits, it doesn't even matter if they're the 5 worst traits, right? With like the most common, like most available, the fact that you have 5 traits made it like rare. But we kind of got away from that. I mean, we have some collections where like if you have like 10 traits, it's still not rare because they have so many traits. And I mean, no shade to the artist, but just a difference of how far we've come.
Yeah, yeah,
But
for
this is
sure.
kind of fun looking at. See, I don't know if I love that green hat. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
now that is at like the bottom of my list. So
yeah.
it reminds me of oh, Rugrats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
The VR goggles are kind of cool. Like, so the VR goggles and the 3D glasses, like on a pixelated image, actually looked pretty cool. But
Yeah. Okay, I can't find my. Oh no. Okay, so Rugrats when like the all grown up spinoff, it reminds me of Dill's hat.
yeah,
That's
there
what
you
it
go.
reminds me of.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of see like that purple hat and the VR goggles. The girl with the VR goggles, like the 3D glasses. Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's some good ones. Like again, I mean, like it wasn't just the rare ones popping off yesterday. Like there were so many sales, and that makes me think that CryptoPunks, I mean, it's definitely going to be in the top 10 again this week. If I look at the 7 days right now, they're actually number one. Alyssa, 7.2 million for Bored Ape.
Nice.
Alyssa, let's make our predictions now. So today's Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay, so I do my article on Sunday. So based on sales volume from Monday to Sunday, do you think CryptoPunks or Bored Ape is going to be number one? Look at the 7 day right now. It's unless if mine isn't refreshed. Yeah, CryptoPunks number one right now. Do you think CryptoPunks can hold on into Sunday or not?
I want to say no. I want to say no.
I want to say no too, with the exception, which I mean, obviously it's easy to say, if there is another big sale, if we see a zombie ape or alien get sold, I think we see another big run. If not, I just don't know if all these like smaller common sales will be enough, right? And again, the floor price on punks is still like in the 70s, and Bored Apes were closer to 100. So I mean, you can do the math, right? For every Bored Ape that sells, 1.25 CryptoPunks needs to sell on average, right? So like they're already at a disadvantage there. But yeah, so I think Bored Apes maintains or gets back into one and maintains its spot that it's had the past couple months. But we have seen some collections knock it off over the past months, right, Alyssa? Like Azuki, but I just don't see that momentum right now. And I mean, I'd be surprised, I guess, if CryptoPunks stayed as one. But
speaking of Goblin Town, are you surprised at all that it's still like in the top 20?
I am.
Me too.
They have done a good job with their community and engaging. But I mean, on that note, Alyssa, like if you have a strong community, like it almost hurts you, right? Because no one wants to sell. Like in order to be on this list, you have to be having buyers and sellers, right? So like I get it. Like if you have a good community, people want in, but like also like I don't know, is there that many people that like aren't in Goblin Town that want to get in? Like I feel like it kind of passed.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can tell you
Goblin Town 3.5 still. Jeez.
I can tell you on Twitter, I still see them goblins. They're still there. I see a lot of apes.
Okay, look at that volume. Like look at that like week or two of like I can't even see the bars without like squinting here, but over the past 3 or 4 days we did get some volume. Not a ton, but like look at that compared to those minimal bars. So maybe something's brewing. I mean, that's 3 days in a row of volume increasing. I mean, again, look at the stock market. Like when volume keeps going up on certain stocks, like it can be a good sign. And now we've got volume coming in. Like, I mean, isn't that like I picture Money Mitch right now, right? Being like, you can see the volume coming in on this stock. Well, here's my impression, right? So Goblin Town's got the volume coming in now. So are you on 7 day now? Okay, so
yeah.
Clone X is where 7?
7.
Okay, so I'm a little surprised Clone X isn't going higher. So I don't even know if I put this in the doc, Alyssa. But Nike, we talked about this earlier. So Nike, which bought Artifact, right, the company behind Clone X, they have a website that is swoosh.nike. Swoosh, of course, being the name of that logo that is so well known. Oh, is it not loading? Oh, there it goes. Oh, nope, it's not gonna work good. Nope, cancel. It's the rendering's gonna Okay, everyone go to swoosh.nike on your own terms. But you can check out that they have more coming. It says the first 50 years were special. The next 50 we're going to create together. It's got some 3D images. Also, I will note that Nike.eth was bought for 60 ETH, $62,580. I don't think Nike bought it. Based on the tweet, it sounds like it was just someone else. How about that? Is that a good buy or a very high Nike never wants to buy it from you? Nike.eth.
I think it's possible that Nike would want it. This is lucky them.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's.
I don't know either. I don't know. Nike might want it or not.
Okay, let me give you the tweet here. So this is the First Mint, which is a NFT podcast. They focus a lot on NBA Top Shot. Here's their tweet. It says the swoosh.nike site updated, stating building, and then also they have the part there about Nike.eth, and it says the same day was purchased. And then if you scroll down to the comments, someone actually asked and said, "Are you sure Nike wasn't the purchaser?" And the answer they gave was yes. Again, you can verify this on the blockchain. There is a chance that maybe Nike used like a burner or something, but I'm guessing based on this tweet that it's someone who's known that bought this. Maybe someone who likes to buy up a lot of addresses. I don't know. Maybe it was our boy Franklin that bought Nike.eth, right? He owns Joe Biden.eth. Like,
yeah.
maybe this is his next bet. But Alyssa, it goes back to what we've been saying though about like these ENS. Like, so Alyssa, if you had $62,000, would you rather own Nike.eth or let's say a 3-digit ETH address? I don't know if that's actually the right price. I think it is. So would you rather own Nike.eth or a random 3-digit address?
I want to say the 3-digit.
Yep.
Because it's a gamble with Nike.eth.
Yep, I agree. 1,000%. I would hands down, I think without hesitation, would rather have the 3-digit, and it's because of that. Nike.eth is a gamble, right? Like, could Nike buy it from you someday? Yes. Could you launch a brand around it, like with it being a Nike related thing? Yes. But back to the topic we had earlier of like Vans, right? Like, and these companies, like, if you do too much with Nike, they might come after you, right? And like, it doesn't mean they'll win, but like, you're definitely probably not gonna have your people coming after you to buy it from you. A 3-digit address, like, I think they're going to go up in value. You can sell it to any person, right? Like, everyone's going to want a 3-digit, not everyone, but a lot of people are going to want 3-digit addresses, right? Because they're easy to remember, easy to use. I think that's a no-brainer. Let us know in the chat though, if anyone out there would rather own Nike.eth versus a 3-digit address. I'm curious, and also like, what would be your big reasoning? Alyssa, I don't even remember what else we had to talk about today. We did Time Studios, we did CryptoPunks. The UK court. There's a fun one, right? Are NFTs worth it? Let's talk about this. If you want to pull up that tweet, and also shout out to AJ from Benzinga. He have an article later today. I will share it to my Twitter, talking about this subject. But a UK court has granted permission for anonymous people to get sued through an NFT drop. A couple moving parts here, right? Anonymous people, so anonymous founders. So like when an NFT collection launches and you don't know who the founders are, and then an NFT drop. I don't love this, because I feel like it should be more like every NFT collection could get sued, not just anonymous. The other thing is, why now, right? Aren't we a little late to this game? Like, shouldn't this have been a thing months ago if it was a thing when all these rug pulls were happening? We are not seeing as many rug pulls now because they're not minting out. They're not selling out. People won't just buy random collections anymore. They won't. right? So, Alyssa, what's your take on this?
They're so late to this. After everyone lost all their money. Yeah, but it is interesting. Like, it's interesting.
Do you think that this makes more collections launch without anonymous, or do you think this has no bearing going forward?
I don't think it has any bearing.
Yeah, I agree. I don't even think any. Like,
Yeah.
part of me wants to be like, oh, maybe like one or two collections will like be like, oh, we shouldn't be anonymous just in case now. But really, I don't think it's a factor.
Yeah.
Like, unless if a precedent gets set, right? Like, so if some case come forward and it actually guide, but people can get sued. It doesn't mean that they have been sued.
Right.
And I mean, really, again, if you believe in your project and you know it's not a rug pull, like you're not just gonna be like, oh, I'm not anonymous anymore. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this is one of those like big headlines that maybe is less of a big deal. If
like
first
glance, first glance, maybe you're like, oh,
yeah.
But then when you really think about it, you're like, oh.
Yeah. And again, it's only UK. Like, so.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. It is what it is, though. We'll bring you more if that ever materializes more. Alyssa, I want to follow up on yesterday. We talked about Bill Murray, right? So he got a CryptoPunk cat, right? Those were the big two that were showed off. And then you went through his Coinbase account, and he actually had a couple other projects, right? We saw World of Women, we saw Boss Beauties, we saw, I think Gutter Cat Gang was in there yesterday. But since then, he also acquired a Flower Girl, which we've had them on the show. And also one of the things, so we talked about this, Alyssa, right? When you look at like his Cool Cat, oh, we got Dead Fellas in the house now?
Yeah, I guess so.
So Bill Murray joining the horde. I don't know if Betty knows that yet. We're gonna have to check out Dead Fellas and see. But so there's that Flower Girl was on the right, but I mean, like Bill Murray just going to town now, buying up all these NFTs. Let's see what Dead Fellas says here.
I don't see it.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh.
All right. Gonna have to message Betty. I just saw Tiny Pie's comment, so I could just read it. Straight from Europe. Yeah. Thanks for the laugh. All right. Well, does it show? Is his Gutter Cat in here, or is it? So it might be. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Okay. So there's his Gutter Cat, right? Now I want to show this picture.
I got it.
Alyssa, if you have it. Okay, so check out his Gutter Cat, but check it out compared to the Life Aquatic. Seems pretty damn intentional, right? That Bill Murray got a Gutter Cat Gang with the orange hat here. And I mean, Alyssa, you said it yesterday, right? Like looking at his Cool Cat, like it looked kind of like Bill Murray, right? Like it looked like. So I mean.
Oh, the dead.
Oh, and the dead fella is Zombieland. Oh, we both same time realization it's Zombieland. Dude. Oh my goodness. Bill Murray is literally trolling everyone right now and just literally buying up NFTs of himself.
Oh, like, that's cool. I love it. Dude, hold on, look.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it is. It's spot on.
It really is.
Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
Oh
wow.
my goodness. All right. You gotta send me that picture. The Zombieland one, and I gotta send this to Dead Fellas. Alyssa, a final thought here before we go. So this goes back to like, again, if money's no object, which I don't think it is for Bill Murray, would you rather own a rare trait, or would you rather own a trait that means something to you?
Own something that means something to me. I don't care about rarity. If I like the art a lot, or like it literally links to something that like I love
Yeah.
or happened in my life, or if I was a celebrity and like Bill Murray, that's cool. It's linking to his movies.
Yeah. No,
Like that, I love that.
I love that. Bill Murray, yes, this is awesome. This is fun to see. And Bill Murray joining Deadfellas with his Zombieland Deadfellas. So cool. Alyssa, that's going to do it for us today. Anything before we sign off here?
Just follow Benzinga on all social platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. And subscribe to us on YouTube. And hit the bell. Yeah, follow us.
And smash the on today's video. Thank you to everyone who's watching or listening as a podcast, and we will catch you next time on the